Well, Tom, a frustrating afternoon. Shall we cut to the chase? Sending off?
Yeah, unfortunately the referee's been played. I thought Norwich were good at the dark arts today. Every time someone made contact with one of their players, they threw themselves to the ground, and we just didn't have an experienced enough referee to understand that. So I'm disappointed from that perspective, yeah. One, in how some of their players are throwing themselves to the ground, and two, that we just thought I didn't have a referee who understood the game well enough today.
To play devil's advocate, I suppose Vacuum Bayo raises his hand.
Yeah, I don't have any. I can't justify Bayo's reaction, and he knows that he's let his teammates down. He's pushed Marcondes with the palm of his hand in his chest, and it's a disappointing reaction from Marcondes. And that I think, yeah, if you counted the amount of times he threw himself to the floor today, you'd have a decent tally.
And then go one down, and then just before half-time, Chatwood's had a through penalty. For
me, that one's a 50-50. And, you know, I'm always honest. I am absolutely fuming with the red card. The penalty is a 50-50 for me. It's he's come out in a very high velocity way. It's really close who makes the first contact. I think Gunn's reaction, pretending he's hurt, tells you all you need to know.
And then late on, Tom Ince probably not a penalty.
Not seen that one back, but Ince's reaction, you can tell by how the players react. Ince beats the ground, he knows he's slipped at a key moment. The ref, it doesn't have a penalty. Gunn comes out, charges out with Georgie, kid's on that he's been hit again, and then you're thinking he looks a bit guilty in that. So Marcondes again, referee. Listen, what can I say? I'm proud of my players today.
I was going to say, that's the positive, isn't it? I mean, the second half, they've played it so well, but not quite able to find the finishing touch.
Yeah, we've reduced them to very little. The work rate, the togetherness, the spirit, and our technical play, I thought, was excellent for an hour when we were down to 10 men, and that is sustainable longer term.
Abankwah as well, we've not seen too much of him, obviously a recent addition, but slotted in really well.
Yeah, I thought Abankwah and Ryan Andrews were excellent down that right hand side at the back, to give us really good athleticism. Thought they were both really good on the ball today, and unfortunately I won't be talking about my team's performance too much, or you guys won't be writing about my team's performance too much, because there was another star of the show today.
In terms of Bayo, obviously that's a 3-game ban, presumably, unless you appeal or whatever, but might that change your transfer window approach now, because you're going to need a striker in, presumably?
Yeah, we'll have to see what we do with that one. If he's pushed someone with the palm of his hand in his chest, but you don't know who the guys that you're sending these reviews to either. The decision that I saw last night at the Preston Blackburn game was, I'm struggling these days, to be honest. Going back to your original question, we'll have to have a sit down and review that tonight.
And you've got another couple. You told us, I think yesterday, that you hopefully will be done for Monday. Yeah,
that they should pretty much guarantee that 2 should be through the door by Monday evening, and I'll be my work here hasn't finished today. I'll be on the phone for most of the evening, I think.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're right, you said the referee didn't control the game well, and he bought some poor decisions. But an international striker with a bit of experience, even if it wasn't clearly the cards, should be good.
Right, I will take you back to last week, and I will probably be speaking to Kevin Friend around this. Almost the identical situation, okay? Yasser Larouci barges into, I can't remember it was at Coventry, aggressively. Marcondes barges into Bayo aggressively. Coventry player pushes Yasser Larouci, all right, in the chest. Yasser Larouci gets booked. Coventry player not booked. This week, Bayo pushes, reaction, gets sent off. Norwich player, nothing. The consistency, zilch. Referee been played for sure.
You spoke to him at his kind of pitch. Did you get any sense out of him at all?
No, obviously we have to wait for the period of time now, and so I will speak to him calmly and respectfully, and probably give him a bit of advice on how we can get better. He's clear. You have to know your players before you officiate a game. Marcondes is a kind of player who will do those sort of things, and it's disappointing. But like I'm living and learning, young in my career, I'm sure he will do the same.
What do you think of the free kick against the goal?
Soft, really soft. Yeah, disappointed, to be honest. Again, Dobbins threw himself to the ground. They're a team who do that very well. Every time contact or they throw themselves to the ground, and it is. I'm not saying that's wrong. They've had great success doing it today, so that I'm not saying that's wrong. And if you're a team who likes to take risk in possession, then you get out of jail free card is to throw yourself to the floor. But the referees have got to start understanding that, and it was really poor that he's been sold today.
Having not given the free kick, waited, and then given the free kick, I presume you then got books pointing that out.
Yeah, I don't know who's made that decision. Listen, it's frustrating day, you know, and like I said, I hope the players know how proud I am of them, and because there'll be no headlines about the performance today when you lose and the referees taking centre stage. But it was a performance that is sustainable for long-term success.
Well, as part of the decisions, the second half, in the circumstances, was probably as battling and committed as we've seen this season.
Yeah, and like I said, that is sustainable moving forward. I thought we were very solid with Ryan and James Banquo coming into that back line and having good games. And we created moments. They were still giving us a chance with the risk they were taking, playing out from the back. And we could smell that, and we were on the front foot. And yeah, it's just that last little bit we lacked in their box today that unfortunately has meant we've come out with no points.
What was the thing on the team selection? Because I think you surprised quite a few people with how we lined up.
Yeah, well, obviously we're in attacking areas. We're really thin at the minute with Rocco, unfortunately, getting a 7 to 10 day injury and Barr out for a while. So we had a team full of midfielders, but I thought the performance was excellent. Sometimes you can take positives out of that. Central midfielders usually intelligent players. They know when to press, when to stay solid. So I thought structurally we looked good for that today, and yeah, we just maybe missed that little bit of spark in the final third that we lacked.
Having said that, Loser and Sissoko in enough position ran their socks.
Yeah, I'm not so unfamiliar for Musa. I remember him bombing down the right for France and Newcastle. I was up against him on the left-hand side a few times, and it's a position that he knows well. Maybe not in the last 4 or 5 years he played there, but it wasn't a right wing role. It was more of an inside right role, and I thought he played really well today.
And Imran?
As in his performance, yeah, he's excellent. You know, He's one of the league's top midfielders, if not the, and certainly in the last 15 games. Unfortunately, our recent results probably won't mean he gets many plaudits, but his level of consistency recently has been very, very high, and he's been a good character in the dressing room.
You stayed with Bond. What was you thinking there?
Just to let Egil realise the league, the chaotic nature of it, the fans, the supporters. It was a decision we did a lot of analysing over, and I thought it was the right thing. Bondi's not let anyone down recently. He played fantastically well today, and I just thought in a different position. You maybe can come in from a different country, train for one day and go straight in, but goalkeeper's a little bit more significant, and also Bondi's not let anyone down recently.
We've had to be fit for someone.
Honestly, it'll be very touch and go, that one.
Tom, just to be absolutely clear, what you saw was Dale catching Marcondes in the chest.
Yeah. not with a clenched fist like that.
Sorry.
Do it again.
No, to be absolutely clear.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
What the received knowledge, mentioned one seems to be anything below the net's a yellow, anything above the red.
Yeah, so he's just got the wrong chain of events. He's said to me at half-time he's elbowed him in the throat, and we've looked at the footage back, he's palmed him in the chest. If you're going to make a big, significant decision like that, you have to be sure. So he's seen something that hasn't happened, and for a referee, that is disappointing.
In that case, you'd seriously considering an appeal against the red.
We'll look back at it because again, I'm not sure who reviews these things. You've got to have faith in the person that's reviewing it. Like it's been a tough day for officials. You know, with what happened last night I'm probably feeling a bit like Paul Eckenbottom did last night. You know, it's. And I think ultimately they've spoiled what was looking like it could be a really good game. There are two teams that score a lot of goals, two teams that concede quite a few goals as well, but two teams full of quality, and disappointed for everyone in the stadium really that they didn't get a chance to see that two teams go at it fairly.
And just Simon touching there, that decision there potentially would try to the striker for three quite hard games coming up. We look at Sunderland up there, Leeds down there, Barrow up there. Is that a change you think that over the next 48 hours or so, what are we going to bring in?
Yeah, I'll speak to Scott and Gianluca about that. We've obviously only got one striker if as we sit, Bayo's suspended. So yeah, it'd be something we'll have to speak about, or technically with the staff I speak about alternative ways to get the best out of our team. But listen, the main thing from today is that character and never say die attitude we will need in the next 3 games. And for me that's the pleasing thing from today.
Well, it's quite a 10-man performance.
So I'm going to check, if you appeal and they decide it's not successful, can they add a game on?
They can, yes. So, but not always does that happen, because I think there's some that genuinely tick the grey area. Yeah, if you see the angle of the incident that I've seen, and they will, it'll be overturned.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.